back in the early 90s, Joyce Meyer created a story, and the story was called The Husband Store. It just opened up in New York City, and she basically analyzes male and female dynamics, how it's impossible to please women and how it is possible to please a man. And it's pretty much hypergamy, right? If you don't know the word hypergamy, look it up. Basically, hypergamy means that women are always looking for the bigger and better package. Take a look.
It is the husband store. And if you want a husband, you can go there and shop for one. Now, there are some guidelines to shopping at this store. There are 6 floors in the store. Once you visit a floor and leave that floor and go to the next floor, you can't go back down. So there's none of this like looking at all the merchandise and then deciding what you want. So a woman went to the husband store, and on the first floor the sign read, "These men have jobs." She thought, wow, a man with a job. That would be really good. She thought about it, but she thought, well, I have to see what's on the second floor. So she went to the second floor. "These men have jobs and they love kids." She thought, wow, this is getting sweeter by the minute. But she had to see what was on the third floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Well, I don't know, maybe I just better find somebody on this floor because that sounds good. But still, she felt compelled to keep looking. She went to the fourth floor where the sign read, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are drop dead good looking, and they help with the housework." Come on, ladies, now.
I think hypergamy is a good thing. Hypergamy keeps men in check. It keeps men to keep striving to do better, to not stay complacent, because you want to please your family, you want to please yourself, your wife, your community. So I think hypergamy is a good thing. It keeps men in check, right? But also it has to be used in a responsible way. Women always think they can do better, right? Especially women who are college educated, who make their own money. They think they can do better because women don't date down. They're not going to date the guy that's a policeman making $50,000 a year who has a 2-week vacation if they're making $50,000 a year. They want a guy who makes way more than that, and I believe anywhere from 30 to 50% more than what they make, right? She has to look up to you as the man.
I've been married to my guy 50 years. 50. And he does dishes. He does laundry. He gets the bed ready at night. And he plays all the golf he wants to. She thought, wow, jobs, loves kids, good looking, helps with the housework. Oh, mercy me, she thought I can hardly stand it. And yet she had to go see what was on the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous." Excuse me, I'm having a little voice issue here. "And they have a strong romantic streak." Come on, housework and romance. But she thought, well, it keeps getting better, so I just have to find out what is on the top floor. The top floor, the sign read, "You are visitor 31,456,012 to this floor. There are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please." However, to avoid gender bias, the owner thought he best put a new wives store across the street. So once again, there were 6 floors, and same rules, you can only visit one floor one time. Floor number 1, man went in. This floor has wives that love sex. Floor number 2. This floor has wives that love sex and they have money. Floors 3 through 6 have never been visited.
So just like anything else, God gives us a choice, right? From right or from wrong, to go that path where it's dark or go to the path where it's light. He gives us a choice, right? He gives us a choice to cheat on our wives, to cheat the IRS, to commit a felony. He gives us a choice. And it's up to you to make the right decision that represents him, the Father. So, even though women are created to want more, to be nurturers, to be gatherers, naturally by default, people will say they are gold diggers. But I wouldn't want to use that word because the definition of a gold digger in a modern day society is cruel, and we understand that it's not necessarily, I would say, the right terminology to use if you are trying to keep an open communication with a female to help her to open her mind and have that dialogue. I think you should use the fundamentals of male and female dynamics, hunters and gatherers, right? Because we could all understand that definition. We all can respect that. So naturally, they want someone who's strong, who can defend themselves, that can nurture them and be confident in themselves and lead their family, lead them, because women don't know what they want sometimes. They're very undecisive. So they need that strong man, that backbone. So it's very, very important to be on your, you know what. And sometimes the best thing that hypergamy has shown men is when a man falls in love with a female and she cheats on him, she breaks his heart, and that man doesn't get depressed, but he uses that passion, that fire to do better, to work out, to make more money, to go back to college, to get educated. That's why hypergamy is important. It's all about perspective. 7 habits of highly effective people, man. It's all about habits and perspective. I didn't make this up. Shout out to Darius M. He said, men want sex, silence, and sandwiches. That's it. Men want peace. We're very simple creatures. It's important to keep a low body count. It's important to know that if this guy has potential, maybe that's the guy you need to be with. It's important to get away from the toxic men out there. Because yes, it might be fun. They might be a mystery. They may give you this roller coaster of emotion that you just love and you crave. Maybe it's smart this time around to date the guy that has the potential. Maybe you can show him how to be fun. You can show him new things. Try to build that guy up, right? Because he's going to take care of you, the good guy. He's going to provide for you. Maybe build with the guy instead of waiting all the time at the finish line. Learn how to be feminine and not masculine, right? You're the queen, without a doubt, but he's also the king. We lost that respect. We lost that respect. We lost that regard in our society in America. Other cultures, there's no problem. But America is different. And if we don't change this, if we don't let men lead, right? And we continue to allow women to be masculine, we're going to live in a society where there's going to be women who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. They're going to be dying alone. It's the truth. The truth hurts, like Lizzo said, right? The truth hurts. So wake up, smell the roses. Talk to men. Know what men want. And men know what women want. That's why religion, that's why culture keeps everything together. Keep God first, man. Forget what society says. Whatever the Bible, whatever the Quran, whatever the Torah says, that's what you follow. This is another episode of Analyzing Ignorance. I'm Isaac E. So Gay. Peace.